good. How are you?
Pretty good. Wrapped up finals. Kind of been relaxing for the last day or two.
Very nice. Do well, I hope.
So far, yeah. The rest of the grades come out tomorrow afternoon, but I'm
Nice.
confident-ish.
I am only 12 classes away from completing my bachelor's.
Nice. That's pretty close.
Yeah. But it's a slow progress for me because I don't get to do full time all the time, so.
Yeah, one or two classes a semester, I imagine, for you.
Yep.
But it gets done. That's all that matters.
Let's see. What are you guys doing?
Hey, Dizio.
What's up?
Not much. How are you?
Doing alright. Doing okay for the moment, I guess. Yourself?
Pretty good. This is my first weekend after finals, so just chilling.
Get some nice relaxation time. How you think you did?
I think pretty decent. Grades come out tomorrow, so.
Where? Oh, we're down here.
This dungeon is massive.
Was it
I mean,
playing Demon Souls and
yeah.
all I've been in is in a freaking dungeon all today. So.
Hey, what's up, Soup? How's it going? Welcome back. I appreciate you coming back for a third day in a row.
Ooh.
You are the man. Yeah, perfectly fine if you can hear us talk. We're just getting started, waiting on everyone to show up.
Glad to know I wasn't the only one that was running behind.
Oh, all good.
The new season of The Witcher is pretty good.
Don't
No
spoil
spoilers.
it.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't started it. I just finished up Money Heist, so.
You're gonna be here every day that I stream. Super love, man. Super love. I appreciate that.
I would never spoil.
That is some awesome dedication, Soup. I appreciate it. My understanding of the season 2 of The Witcher was that it's not going to be the jumbled chronological order anymore. So
No spoilers.
yeah, no
I know.
spoilers.
I haven't even seen the first season. God damn it!
What?
No, I'm just joking.
Super
The first
bad.
season was definitely a stylistic choice of,
It was very strange.
crazy time jumps with no indication. Like you really had to pay attention to understand what was
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. That it was a challenge at first. That I think the first time they time jumped, I was like, wait, what? When did what?
It was cool how it all came together by the end, though.
Yeah.
It just like it would have been good if they had like a sometime earlier or something. Just the first time
Yeah.
so you understood what was happening.
Sure, like a timestamp.
No, not even. It doesn't even have to be specific. Just like I don't
Even if
know.
it just told you like the dates, I think is what you're trying to say.
You don't even need exact dates. Just something like
Hey, Soup, let us know if anyone's too loud or too quiet. If the music's too loud, let me know.
any sort of indication. Like the first time they did it would have
Am I
made it
too
a
loud?
lot clearer. Oh no, you
Yeah.
sound good.
All right, mic check.
What's up, Ellis?
Oh, I didn't even notice you popped in.
Hey, it's me. I'm at 7 health, right?
No, you're way more. We took a short rest. I rolled hit dice for you.
Yep.
Oh, dope.
You have 70 health, I think.
Shortly after you chased that woman into a morgue, and then you left, and then the party continued to chase her as she misty stepped and tried to run further down the hall, and then you managed to tackle her, and she cast a necromantic fireball on the group of you.
Of course.
Super good.
And also disappeared.
No, we killed her.
You did kill her.
Oh, we got her.
But her body turned into smoke, so, you know, whatever.
Shit.
I think we're just missing the cleric. Let me message him.
How many hit die did you spend?
Let's see here. I feel like it was a lot. I spent 5.
All right.
He said, "Oh shit."
Somebody's got to wrap up their match or whatever. Zip over.
He was probably taking care of personal stuff. Hey, Talon.
What?
When do I get to play my hippo?
Pending.
Duh. You're making me sad.
Patience is a virtue? Question mark.
Sure, absolutely.
False.
All right, I think we are all here. I know Perry's getting in, but he's
I'm
in
here.
Discord, so awesome. Let's roll into it. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, hope everyone had a great week. Hope everyone's excited to be back. Last we left off, the group of you had made your way into Baldur's Gate to investigate the disappearance of an individual that you were trying to track down to uncover a old artifact or relic that was said to have been stolen by this man you've come to know as Heinrich. Going off of a bit of a vision that Perry had received, you look for a den of thieves where monsters fight monsters, and in your questioning and searching throughout the town, you stumbled across a small tavern where a woman named Natalia asked you to do a little bit of investigative work for her first in order to establish some trust and build a bit of a rapport. She asked you to investigate a group of cultists known as the Dead Three, who supposedly were operating out of somewhere in the upper city of Baldur's Gate. Upon finding the eloquent-looking bathhouse that you have now uncovered to be a front of sorts, you discovered a large catacomb underneath it. You have spent your time traversing through this underground lair of sorts to find all manner of narcissistic and very morbid torturing of individuals. The dark, dank interior of this crypt of sorts has been a bit of a puzzle on its own, as it's hasn't been quite yet uncovered as to its purpose or what these individuals are doing here. But nevertheless, you press on, finding corpse after corpse and cultist after cultist who all seem to have their own agendas of sorts. Upon seeing you, they openly engage in fighting and do their best to slay you. However, you guys have been prevailing so far. You took a short rest after a bit of combat here within the tunnels, and then pressed onward deeper into this lair. Perry had just stepped down a flight of stairs and, with his torch lit in front of him, noticed an odd smell coming from below. The stairway to the north of him led down to a sunken interior where more water seemed to be filling the room. And he also noticed a very strange odor akin to some kind of flammable gas. And that's kind of where we picked up. So, as you all stand there within the interior here, looking amongst yourselves, you see the simple looking altar with black candles on it, and you see Perry down this small flight of stairs. What do you guys do?
Do we keep going, or do we turn back and cover some empty space?
Well, have we done what we came to do?
Nope. We still gotta find evidence of wrongdoing. There's a lot of cave, it seems. There's doors in the back where we came from. And it appears there's some areas up front to explore too.
So what kind of evidence are we looking for?
Papers, I guess. Tangible evidence.
Yeah, they weren't very specific, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I guess it's something we'll know once we see it.
Hopefully.
I mean, they were stabbing that guy who was chained up. Like that seems not right, at least.
Yeah, I mean, like, if that guy wasn't proof enough, I feel like papers aren't gonna really cut it. Here's what I'm thinking. We can either, one, actually capture one of these bastards, and maybe they're undead, or, something of that nature, and we bring it back, and they're like, oh shit, it's an undead. They must be doing something wrong, because they're racist towards undead people. Or, we can bring back, like, a stupidly powerful evil magic item that says, oh man, they're evil. We're probably looking for one of those two things. But I mean, yeah, sure. We'll probably know it when we see it.
Yeah. Any direction's as good as next.
Onward, Perry, wherever that is.
All right. Guess Perry will continue forward.
Okay. Do you keep your torch lit or do you extinguish it?
I'll keep it lit.
Okay. So, as a reminder from last session, you had smelled a flammable gas filling the chamber ahead.
Oh, that's right. Then no, I will not keep it lit.
Okay. So, if you extinguish your torch, it is still completely black within the interior of this chamber. But
I still got my ball bearing thing.
Yep. With light sources from Talum, you should be able to press onward and ahead. The ceiling of this flooded chamber is supported by a number of wooden beams here within. As you kind of step down into the waters and begin to wade through them. For you, it goes up pretty deep. I'd say it's up to about your stomach as you kind of push through into the room. It smells horrible in this space. Not entirely sure what's causing it, but you don't see any signs of people or anything really of note other than the fact that the room itself appears to extend further to the right, and as it opens, as you get into the room more, you can see that on the left side there is what appears to be a wooden door of sorts, and a small like alcove up here.
Well, if Talon is behind me,
Mm-hmm.
he'll just keep going. As long as he got that light. I feel like I had less health in this.
You all took a short rest and rolled hit dice.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Do I notice anything in this chamber?
Make a perception check. Nice.
Oh shit.
Apart from the very thick gaseous smells, you feel fairly confident that there doesn't appear to be any kind of like hidden nooks or crannies here within this flooded area. You do happen to notice that towards that smaller alcove to the northeast, it appears like the ground is a little bit deeper, and as you kind of like were wading that way a little bit, you notice that the water level is deeper, almost as if the ground itself had sunken in at some point. That might be the cause of where this water is coming up from. But apart from that, no, you don't notice anything too much out of the ordinary. You do see that the hallway here does extend down further before encroaching on what appears like another stairwell or something that leads up.
So you said it got deeper up here?
Correct.
It looked like it might be deeper?
Yeah, almost like there's a sinkhole or something underneath you gather, and water's kind of gushing up from under.
Well, I'll keep going south. I see more stairs to the south. Oh, you'll out the rest of the group.
Okay. Yeah, so the southern hallway again is still flooded with the same dark murky water. Doesn't get any deeper or anything like that. You still see that the wood beams that support the stone ceiling here, although starting to rot in places, it still seems to be holding up fairly well. It is possible that with enough time the wood could rot out all the way and cause the ceilings to cave in, but you're not entirely sure. You see a small flight of stairs that leads up to what appears to be a drier continuation stone hallway that extends out for a good 40-50 feet or so.
Can I make sure the beams aren't like set up to be collapsed in? Maybe if an enemy is trying to escape.
Oh, okay. Make a survival check or investigation, your choice.
Easy choice, but failed anyway.
You don't get the sense of any foul play or any kind of like traps or anything that would cause it to manually be collapsed if someone was, running away and hitting out beams or anything like that. But you would guess if, enough damage was done to some of these beams, it might cause some of the ceiling to cave in.
Guess we'll just keep going.
So you will notice that down this long hallway there appears to be several doors or so. To the north side, you can see that there appears to be like a small collapsed storage room. You see that there appears to be some kind of another alcove above and below as you walk down this hallway, like here and here. And then you notice that there appear to be 3 rooms with these wooden doors that are just currently closed. And then at the very end, all the way to the east, you do see that there appears to be a metal door.
Can I hear anything?
Make a perception check.
And is that explosive smell gone yet? Oh, yeah.
The rotten smell seems to dissipate the further you get down this smoother stone surface. It's still a little slick in places, but you gather that's like the other parts of the chamber, just from some kind of condensation that's been building up over time, maybe with humidity causing moisture in the air. But the smell does seem to be dissipating the further down the hall you go. As you kind of stand quietly here within this long corridor, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. It seems quiet, apart from the few faint drops of water from the ceiling onto the floor. What are the rest of you guys doing while Perry's kind of taking the lead?
Waiting for a door to kick down.
Okay.
I was gonna follow a little bit of a distance behind them all, and she's just like, assuming the water is still nasty, she's just like periodically casting prestidigitation in a futile effort to keep herself clean.
You bet. And it helps at a time. It sifts off some of the murky water that kind of begins to start staining into your clothes, but then it immediately gets washed back over once more, like building a sandcastle too close to the ocean.
Little hand here, Eva, as I'm like stepping and like. DM, and I'm not sure if you said it and I missed it. This little crevice down here, like, does it continue on? Like, is it like a tight squeeze or something?
No, it doesn't continue onward. It appears to be some of the stone wall itself kind of caved in a little bit, and those little black dots are like bits of rocks and debris.
Gotcha.
Do you guys press on?
Yep, I will check this door, this first door here.
Okay.
Just see if it even opens.
Yeah. You kind of place your hand on the small copper handle that's been tinted green over time. It pushes down freely, and it appears to be unlocked.
So I'll open it.
Yeah. I need you to... No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
You kind of peer inside, and you see what appears to be a half-collapsed, like, chamber of sorts. Much of the room has been, like, fallen in. The ceiling itself seems to have been collapsed inward. You can see, just kind of peering up above, like, some kind of stone sediment and dirt that's just kind of crumbling down from the top. There are bits of vines or roots or something that are starting to burrow their way above. You do happen to notice, kind of half buried under these large stones and dirt debris, appears to be some kind of sarcophagus or something that it looks like it's like been cracked with the cave in.
Guess I'll inspect this thing here.
Sure. Perception or investigation, your choice. Okay. It appears to be a well-crafted coffin or sarcophagus of some sort. You're not entirely sure. It is very much covered by large slabs of stone and rock that have fallen down on top of it, with what bits of the lid that have kind of cracked and chipped away, you do happen to be able to peer inside and see some skeletal remains, although you can't really make out too much. It would take a bit of time to kind of like clear out any debris to be able to get access to the sarcophagus itself.
Just walk back out. I think we're in the catacombs of sorts. I wonder if we're under a church or something. And I'll just keep going.
Yeah, you bet.
It's the next door.
Okay. Yeah. Almost in the same suit. This door doesn't appear to be locked either. Do you want to walk in or?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah. You push the door open. It opens with a faint creaking sound as the wood seems to warp a bit. You kind of have to push it just a little bit to get it to barge past the stone slabs that are top and bottom of it, but it opens freely. Inside, you see another very similar chambers to the one you were just in. However, it does not appear to be collapsed. There does appear to just be another crypt of sorts here, with its stone lid this time as actually lying on the side. It has been shoved off of the casket itself, and it just leans up against the south wall. You can see that there are beautiful faded looking frescoes of this spear wielding warrior that appears to be running across the golden plain on horseback. Inside the sarcophagus itself, you do see what appears to be a jumbled up human corpse. Instead of the traditional, head at the top, feet at the bottom, it appears that someone had begun disturbing its final resting place.
I guess, could I try and fix that?
Like rearrange it?
Yeah, put him back to rest since he's been disturbed.
Okay. Make a medicine check for me. Just see if you can reorganize all the pieces well.
Can I ask for guidance from Roderick?
You sure can.
Oh my goodness, roll 20, give me a break.
Okay. It's not nice roll. It's not too difficult to do. You have not only mastered your craft with weapons, but that of the body and mind as well. And it takes you but a quick moment to kind of rearrange the pieces in a decent order. As you're doing so, you do happen to notice that the sarcophagus appears to have some kind of thick plaster that lines the bottom of this casket. It's not of the same material as the stone of the casket itself. And you kind of, as you're rearranging the pieces a little bit, it appears to be some sort of false bottom.
Interesting. Can I try and open it then?
Yeah. How do you try opening it?
So if you said is it like a?
So it
is
appears
it like a door or?
No. It looks like a piece of plaster was laid on top or as a bottom to the sarcophagus, and then the bones were put on top of it, and so you would kind of have to like break through the plaster to get to the bottom. There's no way to like lift it.
Yeah, that's what I figured you meant.
Sure.
I guess I will just kind of carefully open a small hole with my hammer
Sure.
or mace. I mean,
Okay. And it's pretty easy to do. A few light taps on a corner of the plaster, it begins to chip away, and it gives you enough space to kind of get your hand in there and begin to lift it up. And as you lift it up, the humanoid remains that you had just rearranged kind of slide into one corner, and what you see beneath it appears to be a very well preserved humanoid figure, kind of floating in this shallow pool of like this red brine. As you look at this mummified corpse, you can see that there are two beautiful, translucent looking stones embedded in both of its eye sockets. And you can see that the thick laden wrappings that surround the body are beginning to tear and peel apart in the center, in the seams where the like rib cage is or so.
Would I know why somebody would do this?
You can make a
Given the
religion check.
situa-
There are many different forms of ritual burials that you are familiar with as a means to prepare one's body and spirit for passing over to the next life. You gather that this person, and you're not entirely sure how old they are, it appears to be quite old. If you'd had to guess, at least somewhere to 100 plus, but decently preserved with the way it was kind of hidden within this red brine. It's possible that over time, to prevent any kind of grave robbers or things like that, to hide the actual person being entombed with the body of a servant or something above it. Kind of out of game context, kind of akin to how a pharaoh would die and then would be entombed with its servants.
Gotcha. Hey guys, come look at this.
Where do you find a body?
A body under another body. It's got. Did you say rubies? Rubies for eyes.
It has these two very beautiful, like translucent looking stones in its eye sockets. You can see that the chest cavity appears to be, over time, the bandages that were wrapping it are starting to tear and fray in places, exposing the actual bone underneath a bit.
That's weird.
Yep. Well, I'm not gonna disturb this bed, but yeah. Perry will leave. He's not gonna mess with that.
Alrighty. Not a problem. Okay. So Ellis, you walk up to the last door there?
Yeah, I'm getting bored that Perry's in the front.
Okay.
So I walk up to the last door.
You got it. What are you doing at the last door?
Well, I see that he just walked in the first few times, so I try the door,
Okay.
but aggressively.
All right. So you kind of grab the door and slam it open, and as you do, the scent of rot and decay immediately hits you in the nose. And it's shocking because as you push the door open, you hear a bit of a thud, almost as if you had accidentally hit the door on a person, and that reflex of, oh, I'm so sorry, kind of like almost kicks in, and then the smell wafts through, and as you stand there and look, you actually see what appears to be 6 skeletal figures, all standing upright, huddled together in this room, and they all simultaneously turn to you with this loud.
I'll say, "Oh, my bad," and I'll close the door.
Well, two of them are going to attempt to try to hit you before you do so.
Okay.
So give me 1 second as they try to lash out and grab onto you. Oh, that's the wrong token. Where's he at? Nope. Nope. Did I not? Huh. There he is. So he is going to attempt to swing at you with what appears to be some kind of short sword in his hand. For a 12, and you easily sidestep it, but then the other one also swings at you. For a 9. So yeah, so you watch both of them kind of lumber and turn, and as you begin to slam the door shut once more, you hear the scraping of wood on the backside of the door as the door gets slammed closed. You can now hear the moaning grow louder as they begin to start clamoring and clawing at the door. You gonna try to do anything to prevent it, or?
I'm gonna try and keep the doors shut
Okay.
and be like, guys, there's some walking skeletons in this room.
Fun. Perry will. Well, I guess it's too late to. Can I jump ahead, or is it? Are we starting initiative?
Well, I'll give you guys an action because he managed to slam the door shut and he's currently holding it closed. Go ahead and make a strength check for me, Ellis.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they are currently in the process of trying to like harry the door and damage it and pull it back open to try to like reach out for whoever just opened the door, but the door is being held firmly shut by Ellis. So I'd say you each get the ability to do something before they try to bust through again.
I'd like to hold a mind sliver for when I see a skeleton.
Okay.
I guess I'll just hold the turn on dead.
Perfect. Tizio, Eva?
I'm pretty obviously closer towards the end, I guess, but I would just hold my attacks.
You got it. Okay. So they will begin slashing at the door while you are holding on to it, Ellis. So they're just going to go ahead and continue to make attacks. So with two loud thuds, you hear more slashing against wood, but then on the second impact, you actually see this one of the short swords pierce through the door and crack it in half a bit. Hasn't completely broken down yet, but it took a lot of damage. You can see that they are desperately trying to break the door down. The ravenous moaning of hunger and need to be where you are is almost deafening. It's starting to it's filling the chamber.
All right, have at 'em, squad. I will open the door and kind of just try and stand behind the door so that all the skeletons rush towards everyone else.
Okay, the door opens into the chamber.
Oh shit.
Because you opened it, you hit one of the skeletons And then they all kind of like turn to look at you in unison.
Ooh. Ooh, then can I try and like... This is what I want to try and do. I want to try and... Because the door's been taking some damage, can I try and battering ram my way through the door so that it pile drives them all like in a pile?
Sure, you could certainly try to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and just make a strength
Or
check.
check the door? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check, and then we will get into initiative on this. Oh no. So, with the door being pretty damaged, you try to shoulder check it to shove it inward and kind of, you know, as a movable wall, shove them into each other. But as you do so, the door completely splinters and breaks apart in front of you. So we'll have everybody roll into initiative here.
Whoops. That didn't work. Oh, fuck. I didn't press my character sheet.
I know, right? It should automatically do that on your token if it's on the map. It's so silly.
It just doesn't know what token you want to do it for
Yeah,
if you don't click on it.
It's
you know?
fair. It's fair. Let's change up the music a little bit. Cool. All right, we got everybody in initiative, it looks like. Nope, no, we don't. We are missing...
Oh, sorry, one
Yep,
sec.
no, you're fine. Perfect.
Being fidgety.
All right. Well, with that, Ellis, you watch as the door crumbles in front of you, and you can see that these skeletons don't appear to just be limb and bones moving on their own. They appear to be wearing some semblance of rusted armor and leathers. They're each carrying what appears to be like some kind of short sword in a hand. Some of them have short bows on their backs. What do you do?
Can't technically tackle one. I'm going to take the dodge action and then jump right in the middle of all of them.
Little hard to kind of force your way in the middle of them.
I'm going to take the dodge action and I'm just going to stand there.
All right. Dodge action, stand there kind of blocking the way.
I'm like, you guys got me, right? Catch these hands! That's the end of my turn.
You got it. Tizio, you hear the wailing sounds of something screaming down the hall. And you hear Ella shout.
Yeah, I'm gonna I can go through my team, correct? Team
Correct.
members? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna run across, and as I'm like right around the corner, like next to Perry, I'll go ahead and shoot my lightning launcher
You got it.
to the first guy in there.
Okay. So the first one will hit, the second one will not.
And I believe I have 10 more feet, so I'm just gonna run across to this side here.
Very nice. So as you kind of rush up between Talum and Perry, and you kind of glance around that corner just a bit, you could just make out this skeletal figure standing there. And as you do, you see Ellis like in the middle trying to hold one back from getting out of the room, and you just finally aim a careful blast at one of them. Roll me a percentile die. Roll me a D100. Okay. So the first hit strikes one of these creatures, and you watch as it immediately crumbles into nothing and just collapses down onto the ground where it once stood. The other blast that came in quick succession ends up hitting the back wall there. And you can see now that the stone slabs of this small chamber begin to start cracking and spidering up the wall a bit. Doing anything else?
No, that's the end of my turn.
You got it. Perry.
I will blast off my turn on it.
Very nice. 30-foot radius.
Yes.
All right. So they each need to make wisdom saves, I believe.
Are they normal skeletons?
They appear to
For my-
be.
Just for my last little paragraph there. That's why I'm asking.
Ah, yes, if the CR is lower than a half. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll some wisdom saves. First one in front of Ellis succeeds. Second one behind Ellis, or behind that one. DC, what's your DC?
15.
15 fails. 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 Succeeds. So you watch as Tizio's cannon blast from the center of his chest just he almost incinerates one completely, and it just falls to dust. And then as you just release your turn undead, the first one right in front of Ellis, it seems to have not affected it. 1, 2, 3. Yep. There, 3 of them behind just immediately fall apart to pieces.
That's how you do it right there.
Absolutely. Doing anything else? Staying where you are?
I believe that's an action. Yeah, that's good.
Alrighty. Talum, you're up.
Okay. I will move forward to see what's going on.
You bet.
Take a peek and see that one's in front of Ellis, and just launch a little mind sliver at him.
Alrighty. Intelligence save or charisma? I forgot.
Intelligence.
I was right. Nice. Oh, they're so good at this.
For sure.
They are, man. They get plus 20 to everything. He rolled a 16, though.
Cool.
Just enough.
Then I'll move back out of the way so
You
other
got it.
people can get in there.
Oh, he rolled an 18. -2. He's so good. All right. So with that, you do watch as Ellis, these 2 skeletons that are left remaining in the room just begin to rush up towards you. Actually, this one will stay back. The first one right in front of you will begin to start swinging its sword at you for a 20 to hit.
With disadvantage?
You are right. He gets disadvantage. For a 20 to hit, he rolled the same number twice.
Shit. All right.
You'll take 3 points of piercing damage. Not too much. And
I'm not raging.
No, you're not. But 3
Oh.
points isn't too bad.
Okay.
The second one that's in the back, instead of kind of clambering forward over his dead companions, he will just pull out what appears to be a small short bow on his back, and he will just take a shot at you. And with a natural one, he completely misses, as it just flings right past you. And Eva, you actually see an arrow just lodge itself into the stonework on the backside of the wall, right behind where you saw Ellis walk into. But that'll end their turn. Eva.
Yeah, so having seen that, I will skip forward. Apparently my press to talk button and the arrow to move my token is some sort of command for my computer, so some weird shit just happened, but I'll figure that out later. And so I will sneak forward, and then having seen that one shot and miss so bad, I'll just yell over Ellis's shoulder, "Nice shot, asshole!" Vicious mockery.
You got it. Wisdom save, yes?
Yes.
All right. To the one in the back.
Yeah.
15. Which I don't believe
15
succeeds.
saves.
Does it? Okay.
And so I pat Ellis on the back and say, "You can do it, buddy," and step back.
You got it. Ellis, you have
Pick an inspiration die.
You got it. So with that, Ellis, you see this. There's no skin or any kind of like ligaments or anything holding the skeleton in place. He looks just completely bone. And you're not entirely sure where the rotten putrid smell is coming from, but nevertheless, he is standing there just violently taking these large, broad swipes with his short sword at you. What do you do?
I'm going to kind of like walk in a small circle and flash my belt at him, and I'm gonna say, "Now I could tell you that I won this in the ring, but I didn't. But you're gonna believe that I did." And I would like to wrap my arm around his neck and flip him around me and like pile drive my arm into him.
Okay. So you just trying to do an unarmed strike on this, or are you trying to like basically shove him onto the ground?
I want to take him and flip him into this position.
Okay, so we'll make this a contested strength against his either strength or dexterity. So make an athletics check versus his athletics or acrobatics.
Returning with the bad athletics rolls.
So you grab onto the skeleton, and even though you don't see any muscle tissue or skin or anything like that, his bones are greasy and just covered in this kind of like thick viscous like sludge or something, and as you try to grab onto the bones, your hands slip, unable to get a firm grasp. He rolled an 18.
The chances.
Slippery skeleton? What else are you doing?
Can I just punch him?
I believe it is your action to attempt to grapple, right?
No, a grapple attempt is technically an attack.
Okay. Let's go ahead and try to punch him.
I'm just gonna roll the hit with the claw. That hits. It's 5 damage.
5 points of damage. Yeah, you got it. You kind of strike him in the nose where you meant to grab him instead, and do a pretty good chunk of damage on him. Still standing there. You can see that as you retract your elbow from the center of his face, he attempts to bite out at it. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Alrighty. Tizio, you are up. Perry, you're on deck.
Yeah. Real quick, is the hallway end right here? Or
No,
is it-
there
is
is
it like a
a
door?
there is a metal door there.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move on up and like, Ellis, quit messing around, and shoot at the guy that he's dealing with there.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an attack. Nice hit. This one, just like the first, completely crumbles to the ground before you, Ellis, as it's attempting to gnaw and bite at your arm as you retract it. A large electrical blast of energy just kind of rushes past your side and strikes the center of this object, this creature, and you can see the sparks of like light blue and white energy just kind of travel up its body before it just begins to shake and then crumble to the ground. Still got another attack.
Am I able to hit the other guy from this position? Or
It's tough, but yeah, go for it.
yeah, go for it then. jeez. Okay.
No, roll me another percentile die.
Woo! I level up, right?
Yeah, oh, you level up. So with your second lightning launcher attack, you strike at this skeleton in the back, and he seems to kind of sidestep it a little bit, watching his companion fall to the ground. And the full force of your strikes hits the back wall this time, right above the sarcophagus that's in the back of this room. There's a moment where you all kind of stand and listen to just the faint before you hear and the entire room itself begins to collapse inward. Falling rock and debris begin tumbling down, and the room gets completely caved in.
It was like that when I got here.
That was a bit overkill.
I would say with that, yeah, you can hear the loud rumbling of the stones falling down, and the actual hallway that you're standing in begins to shake a bit. That guy is completely buried.
We should move.
What's up in this little chamber? Have we checked that one?
Which one? Oh,
The one-
it appears to be like maybe at one time. Make a perception investigation check.
Well, is it just that small little thing, or does it?
Yeah, it's
okay.
just like a small little alcove. You see that there's some rocks that have fallen down there at some point. They're
Oh.
the remnants of what appears to be like a door or something, but is completely like dismantled and broken.
I mean, I'll investigate, but
Sure.
of course I waste a crit on that.
It looks like it was a broom closet or something. You're not entirely sure.
And there's one copper on the ground.
And you find a small scrap of paper.
Does it say anything?
It does.
Is it his magical wizard paper?
It says
In this room was a sphere of annihilation. Too bad.
it says on there, GG no re. No. I
Cool. Let's find the elite gamer.
No. I would say with that wonderful investigation check, apart from what appears to be some very broken and disused, like what may have been the semblance of brooms or something like that, you do happen to scrounge out about 3 gold pieces.
Let's go. The
But
skeletons are buying drinks.
But with that, apart from the chamber collapsing inward like that, you guys kind of turn and look around and don't notice anybody or anything else being alerted to your presence at the moment.
And the metal door is locked. Have we checked that yet?
You have
Or
not
we
checked
good
that
with
yet. But if you attempt to take a look at it, it does appear to be locked.
Tizia, you want to do your thing with your such and picks and stuff?
Sure.
Sometimes
I
really-
stand back a couple steps.
You got it.
Sometimes I just wish I had the knock spell. Just
Right? I love the knock spell, it's so good.
What would you like me to roll here, sir? Just
I would
sleight
like
of
you to
hand
roll-
or
It is
Thieves.
a Thieves' Tools check, but I know you'll roll your sleight of hand because I have not had a chance to look at it yet.
I'll do the thing. It's fine.
Sure.
Dex correct.
Dexterity plus proficiency plus the D20.
Plus his like 6 other bonuses he gets
Yeah.
from his magic
Yeah.
item.
Did it show up yet or?
It has not. There it goes.
There it is.
22.
It'll be 25.
Even better. Doors, they once were a problem for you, not any longer. As you quickly reach down and you notice that this door actually appears to be newer than the rest of the structure itself. You're not sure if it was placed here at a later point in time, but you could fairly assume it may have been, was definitely locked, and you quickly unlock it. And with the faintest creak of sound as the metal kind of scrapes onto the stone slightly, the door opens. Within the next chamber, give me just a second. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, sorry.
Yeah. So within this chamber here, it's a bit of a horrid sight. The walls and floor of this room are covered with streaks of splashes of dried blood. 2 dangling bodies are shackled on the east and south walls. One appears to be an elderly human male, the other a young female tiefling. Both are covered in bloody gashes, and neither of them are moving. In the middle of the room seems to be this sturdy wooden chair, and there's a bloody whip draped over it. A bucket of half-filled salt sits on the floor nearby.
You said a bucket of salt?
Yep.
Stacy.
Does salt have similar, I guess, uses outside of food as some superstitious people might have? Drawing lines with salt keeps the ghosts away.
Make a religion check. Kind of assessing the room, it doesn't look like there seems to be any kind of religious purpose for the salt. You gather from the 2 chained up individuals here within this chamber that whoever caused these horrible wounds to them may have been using the salt to put on the wounds that they had caused to inflict further torture.
The 2 bodies are dead, right?
You can certainly check them if you like.
Sure.
Make a medicine check for me.
Ah, you know what? He should have used hand sanitizer. That would have been a lot better.
The human male appears to be void of life. However, the young female tiefling appears to be very close to dying. They are currently unconscious.
Anybody have a potion or something?
No, but I can. I'll just use my healing word on the one that's alive.
Okay, so you what do you say as a heal? What word do you use?
I guess fire. I don't know. Fire. No, warmth. We'll just do warmth.
You got it. And
Warmth.
nice, 7 points of healing. That's amazing. With a shake and a startle, the young tiefling woman jostles to consciousness, and she looks around and begins to start screaming at the top of her lungs.
We're friendly. Not.
You're fine. You're fine.
Well, she's obviously not fine.
What languages do you guys speak?
All of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I speak
Dwarf.
Abyssal and Infernal.
Okay. So you, Talum, would understand this. After a moment of her screaming, she stops and she's looking at the group of you, and you can visibly see she is completely terrified and shaking, and she cannot move. She is bound up and off the ground about 4 or 5 feet or so to the wall. And in Infernal, you recognize the dark undertones of by by the fires that carry us all. Please just let me go or end my life. Don't revive me to hurt me once more.
We're here to rescue you indirectly. Tizio, can you undo these chain things?
Make a persuasion check. Okay. She stops trying to struggle against the chains momentarily, but her eyes are darting back and forth between the group of you.
I'm gonna like slowly walk up, kind of like with my hands up, just kind of showing that I'm, not armed and whatnot. Like, can you let her know I'm gonna unhook her here? And I'm gonna try to, I guess, pick the lock that's on the chain.
Okay. Make a dexterity check for me. Well, I'm sorry, I should clarify. This is the same thing as the Thieves' Tools check.
Oh, okay.
My fault. So 25?
Sorry. It'll be an additional 3, and if these gloves, the glovesery, if the gloves are part of it, it'll be a plus 28. It'll be a 28.
Goodness. All right. Easily enough, you manage to free her of the binds that hold her, and as she kind of drops down to her knees, she begins to start like wringing her wrists and trying to get a sense of her bearings. The loud gasps of air, just trying to stop herself from hyperventilating. She kind of looks up to the group of you. Who are you? What brings you here? As she says this in common.
We were sent here to root out the evil, and we killed a couple evil people and stumbled upon you.
She begins to try to stand up, and she kind of wobbles a little bit to the sides. Then she starts to like brace herself up on the wall. My name is Vendetta Cressa. I'm a wine and spirit distributor for Othon here in Baldur's Gate. I was traveling in the lower city. I was knocked unconscious and brought here and tortured.
Did someone have a vendetta against you?
Yeah, this is going to
What
sound
makes
like a
this
crazy
make sense?
coincidence, but we actually own a bar.
It would be Vendetta, not Vendetta. Sorry, I read it wrong. She kind of looks at Eva with a bit of a head tilt, and she goes, "I do not think you came all this way to find a cellar of wines, but I could care less at this point. Please, can we please get out of here?"
I'd say this is evidence enough. Wouldn't you agree? And she'll look to the others.
Do you know anything else about this place? What's going on down here?
She looks at each of you, but she makes direct eye contact with you, Talum. I woke up here in these shackles in this chamber. I have not seen anyone other than the large man who carries a spear, and every time he attacked us, he laughed maniacally. From time to time, though, I could swear that, and she kind of like nods her head towards the north. I have heard the scraping of a heavy stone door of sort, and what sounded like the splashing of footsteps whenever he would leave this room.
Sounds like the north is the way out of here.
Better than going through the water again.
Tizio?
Yes.
You are
Got
not
another
the
door
only
for
one
you.
who can open doors, apparently.
Where is this thing?
I can beat it to death through the door to death.
That's how I
Please,
handle all doors.
I just upgraded these gloves. Please, let me do this.
Amazing.
Yeah, so you confidently walk over to pick the lock on this door, and it's not locked. Who would have guessed it?
Eva's rolling her eyes.
Got it. I got it. They didn't know it was. They didn't know it was unlocked.
Hey, they did not. You push open this metal door, and it leads to another shorter hallway this time. And then you can see that there appears to be a small flight of stairs that's narrow but leads downward. And then as you kind of glance around the corner a bit, you do see what appears to be light from a flame or something flickering that's kind of bouncing off the walls, casting shadow. So for the first time that you've been in this area, there's a light source. Oh yeah, she is currently like standing behind the group of you, just constantly like looking over her shoulder. You can see that she's eyeing the gentleman who is still up on the wall, and there's a bit of like somberness in her face. She before you guys kind of walk out of the room, she says, "I'm sorry to see him go. If only you had come a little sooner."
And she's still speaking in Abyssal?
No, she's talking to you guys in common.
Coming. Okay.
So,
Did you know him?
I did not. While we were being tortured, the man with the spear continued to ask this one about the Jahaso family. I don't know much about that.
Was he asking you anything? Do you know why you were down here?
She kind of looks away and back towards the man. I don't know what they wanted from me. It is all a jumble of laughter and stabbing.
I want to insight check that.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Laughter and stabbing. You know, I didn't ever think that would be connotated as a bad thing. I guess the context is a little, dank.
Eva's gonna reach out a hand, like as if to touch her on the shoulder, and then she'll actually think better of it and not touch her.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll say, "We're just trying to get to the bottom of this. We're here to help. It's okay to talk to us."
Make a persuasion check. She makes eye contact with you this time, and she says, "Let us get out of this place first. I wish to never see its doors again. Then maybe we will talk."
Sure.
So, who is going down the stairs first?
If we're seeing light, can I try to send my bat forward a bit?
You certainly can.
As he does that,
I'm gonna watch with the bat.
You're gonna
If
what?
she wants to get out of here, we should speed run this dungeon.
As we're walking out, Ava's not gonna pester her anymore, but she'll just stay closest to her as we leave.
You got it. She kind of whispers in a low undertone, like, the sound of the door did not seem too far beyond this one. I don't know exactly where.
All right, come on, tell him. Let's go.
Yeah, I can't hear you or see you.
Oh shit.
Are you trying to be sneaky with your bat?
I mean, it's a bat. I guess I'll be sneaky, sure.
Roll stealth check for me.
DM, while he does that, because I assume it's going to take a little bit of time, I want to do, I guess, ritual alarm in this room here.
In the torture chamber?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You doing it as a ritual alarm, so 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's going to take me about 10 minutes, but yeah, I'll go ahead and, kind of home alone, set up a little traps just if anyone comes through the door behind us or anything like that.
Sounds good. Why in the world did this do this? That was so weird. Okay.
I'm not a very stealthy bat.
No, you're good. Oh,
Also,
no.
I'm not stealthing.
Yeah, no, I understand.
That helps.
So as your bat kind of walks further down, what you actually see is, oh, I see why, because Ellis moved there. That's why. Hold on, Ellis, I messed up. You magically got more health for some reason. Were you at 70?
I'm keeping track.
Yeah, I'm
He was
sorry.
at 70.
Yep,
Yep.
thanks. Because I was clicking on a token. So, what you actually see as your bat kind of rounds the corner, Ellis, were you trying to wait for the bat, or are you just walking past him? I guess I should ask.
Nope.
You were
I'm just run down.
Okay, so as you rounded the corner, you would have seen a like a lone sentry of some sort holding a torch, and as you kind of round the corner, there's a and he immediately like darts off this way, and he starts shouting out, "Intruders! Intruders!"
Yes, I pressed the button.
You're great, Ellis. So with that, I guess I'll just open up the space a little bit more.
Oh, I'll drop my bat then, and
Yep.
let's go.
Does Ellis get an opportunity attack?
No, he would have saw him right as he rounded the corner and booked butt. So this
Oh,
guy,
how fast is he? I might have caught up. I'm a speedy boy.
I mean, you were running, or were you just walking forward?
I'm running.
You're running through the dungeon.
I'm trying to speed run this dungeon. Yeah.
All right. Make a acrobatics check, just for running.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, hold on a sec. He still shouts out intruders, but I gotta.
Yeah, that's totally okay. But if I can pound him in the ground before he gets very far,
Sure.
that's my goal.
Sure thing. Yeah, I mean, I would say you're able to catch up to him as he starts running up the stairs.
Can I make an attack
We can roll initiative.
or initiative? That works too.
Yep. So let's go ahead and roll some initiative, guys. As I pull up the other stuff.
This tiefling is actually a level 50 wizard, right?
Absolutely.
Level 50 sorcerer, I believe.
Absolutely.
Where would we all be in the hallway when Ellis bumped into the...
Well, that is a wonderful question. Where would you guys have been?
Tizio should at least be in the room.
Yeah, he was in the room casting alarm.
Yeah.
So, as Tizio, you literally just started casting alarm when you heard intruders, intruders, shouting right up the hall where your friends were starting to walk.
Ah, shit.
Can't probably right there.
Let's see here.
Perry would have been right by Talon following the light.
You got it. Let me get this wonderful guy into initiative. All right. So, Tizio, you were cast an alarm. You hear the shouting of intruders. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, ah, shit, and start running up, I guess, and that's pretty much, I can't end my turn, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I'll obviously put up my armor, and 35, well, 30, I can't be on Perry's spot, so I'll just end there and be like, Perry, get out of my way!
Okay. I mean, you
And then
can
my turn.
action dash if you like.
No, I'll end it there.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Yep. Okay, cool. Eva, you're up next. Alice, you're after that.
How many times has he yelled?
Before Ellis kind of caught up to him, 3.
Okay, I'm gonna push through the crowd. I think we're gonna do. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna do an unsettling words and say, "Idiot." Then we're gonna do a suggestion. Tell them you made a mistake.
Okay. Wisdom save and throw.
Against 20, he can take off 7 or rolls against a 23.
Oh, well, he failed either way. So tell them you made a mistake is your suggestion?
It is.
Okay. Ellis, as you hear Eva shouting out behind you, you watch as the panic-stricken look on this young man's face. He kind of slumps his shoulders a little bit and kind of looks around. Let's see, how long does this last? Up to 8 hours? Yeah. Okay.
It ends when they finish their activity, though.
Yeah. He's like, he turns to the group of you and he goes, "Oh, right, my mistake," and is gonna continue to start walking in that direction. I'll go tell them. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. But you get the sense that he's going to comply and go tell them that he made a mistake. He thought there were some intruders, but he was wrong.
Right.
Doing anything else?
Go out the other way, or what do you guys want to do now?
I mean, these aren't good people.
And he is going to go tell them. We can probably sneak behind him and...
Let's just follow him and drop a fireball in the room. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
now we have the element of surprise.
Ellis, are you doing anything? Or are you letting him walk?
I guess I turn around and be like, "What are you ruining my fun?"
I'm
What's
setting
going
us
on?
up for better fun.
You watch as he continues walking just slowly, and then you see that there is a wooden door here in the chamber, in this like forked chamber of this corridor, and he kind of pushes one of the doors open. And as he stands there, he goes, "Oh, right, guys, my bad. I thought there were some intruders in the hall, but then I guess I was wrong. I'm really sorry about that." That'll kind of end his turn.
I'm going to try and open this door.
Which, this one here?
Yeah.
Okay. It opens. And I will show you what's inside. All right. We'll stay in initiative on here because they're gonna freak out when they find out. So Ellis,
Okay.
yeah. So Ellis, when you took your turn to push into the door, let's give everyone one action to do some stuff. Tizio, what are you doing? You moving up closer? You prepping anything?
The tiefling lady, she's coming with us, correct?
She is directly behind you guys. Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna, if it takes an action or whatever, you should probably go back to the room and just kind of arm yourself with something just in case. It may get a bit dangerous.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage. She looks at you, and there there's this deep anger that crosses over her face. The only way you're making me go back in there is kicking and fucking screaming. Are you fucking mad? I'm not going. You're not leaving my sight. She's refusing.
Fine, use your fists, and I will continue to move on up. My
Got it.
5, 10. I believe I can go all the way up to there, so I'll go there and I'll hold my action so I can kind of survey the whole hall there. Hold my action in case someone attacks us. I'll attack them.
Okay. Perry, what are you doing?
I suppose I will just move forward. And I will hold a sacred flame for whatever enemy, for when we're attacking.
Okay. Eva?
Well, seeing that her brilliant plan to buy us some time and allow us a stealth attack has been instantaneously undermined, she's just going to yell, well, if you're going to do it this way, at least do it right. Give him inspiration.
You got it. Ellis, you got another inspiration die?
Oh, I
assume the other one would have. I assume the other one would have. Has it not been 10 minutes?
Nope.
No, it really hasn't.
Oh, okay.
This all happened very quickly. I'd say if anything, he would have had maybe like 2 or 3 minutes left on the old one.
Okay. Well, then I will be generally encouraging, but not using incremental inspiration there in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want to go up next to that guy, so I assume I can't see him from here.
No.
I am going to hold Vicious Mockery for if someone comes into my line of vision.
You got it.
Who is an enemy, not just anyone.
And now Talum, you watched as this guy pushed open the door and he kind of looked into the room, and with your light kind of shining behind him and his torch, it illuminates the room decent enough. You can see that there are 4 individuals who are like halfway from standing up, and they're kind of looking back over to this guy, and they're like, what the fuck? And like, you just see them.
Yeah, I'll just fill the room with fire.
Yep.
Get all 5 of them.
All right, so deck saves from all of them. You know what? I'll count it as a okay, cool. So let's see here. First one will be the guy right in front of you. Rolls a 16. I believe your DC is 16. No.
DC is 16, yeah.
All right, so save. Next one. Rolls a 21. Good for him. 1 fails. 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 Cool. So 2 succeed.
Then I would like to try to use my bonus action to shove that guy through the door with telekinetic.
He has to make a strength save, right?
Yes, against 16.
You got it. Give me 1 second to update their health.
Yeah, no rush. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. They took a good chunk of damage. And this one fails. Perfect. Okay. So you can see that 3 of them look immediately like hurt. Like they kind of stand up and they go like, Michaels, what the fuck? And then they just completely get like blown up with this fireball. And in doing so, they seem hurt. but they're all still standing. This one needs to make a strength throw because you shoved him. No, he fails. 5 feet into the room.
Yep.
You got it. He gets like shoved in the back and pushed further into the room. That brings
Then
us. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna use my brilliant plan of running in here, if it's unlocked.
It is not unlocked. It is locked.
Then I stand there.
You got it. So you just kind of rush past him to hide. With that, back to the top of the round, Ellis, you pop open this door and you can look inside with your dark vision, completely dark. There is a elderly woman in here who is kind of like huddled in the back corner. Let me pull up her stuff. There are 4 flicking torches in wall sconces that are lighting up this collapsed crypt here. There's an open sarcophagus. Am I reading the right one? I am. There's an open sarcophagus in the middle of the area, and it is filled to the rim with blood. There's spillage streaking the sides of the sarcophagus and pulling around the base. The sarcophagus lid is half buried under some rubble that's behind it. You can see that there is a frail-looking old woman that is currently in the back of this chamber, who is just like kind of cowering a little bit behind the sarcophagus as best she can to try to like stay out of line of sight of you, but you see her.
Does she look like she's casting something?
Just at a quick glance, no. It looks like she's just trying to hide. You can see like she kind of like shouts over to you and goes, "Please don't hurt me."
Do I freaking believe her?
You can make an insight check.
Well, I guess not that I believe her, but that do I believe her intentions are to hide?
Make an insight check. She looks like a very scared old lady.
Scared old lady. All right. Bonus action rage.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell Tizio, yo, there's a blood coffin in and a scared lady. Not my shit. Run over here. And I'm going to take... Oh, shit. God, this is a really good position to be in. I don't have any other weapons, though. Fuck it. I'm actually gonna use my tail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bust out the tail this time.
Cool.
And I'm just gonna take 2 standard punches. I'm gonna punch this guy.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, not with advantage. First one, 7 damage. Second one, if they both hit, 7 damage.
They do both hit.
Great.
Very nice. As
Oh, except I'm stupid. I can attack with my tail. Both of those don't have to be in a thing. Sorry, I haven't used my tail in forever.
No, no problem.
Instead of one of them doing 7 damage, it's going to deal 14 damage.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, you rush up and you kind of lasso him with your tail briefly as the long protruding bones like grab into him, and that gives you enough momentum to kind of like pull yourself in to punch him in the face as well. Yeah, does quite a good chunk of damage to him. He was like shoved into the room, and now he's not like loosely grappled for a second while he gets pummeled, and he's like trying to he manages to like free himself from your tail and push you off a little bit. You see him try to spin around with his mace.
Oh, so my unarmed strikes when I'm not using my claws, it's just flat 7 damage.
Gotcha.
But I don't have an unarmed strike button on my attack thing, because why would I ever do that?
Why would barbarians ever punch? Finish your turn, Ellis?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
You got it. Perry, you're up. Tell him you're next.
All right. Perry is gonna get closer. Can't push through 2 of them, so he's just gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Oof. All right.
I'm gonna put Perry on my head and walk in.
Yeah, right.
Should have done.
Very, very cool. Oh, thank you. I was just about to do that. Super awesome. Okay, you rush up in place and you bring out the small bits of anvils and hammers that kind of start circling around your body. Doing anything else?
That'll be it.
You got it. Tell him.
This has gotten quite crowded and I'm kind of blocked in, so I'm gonna make my way up, and on the way past, maybe I'll hit that guy right there with the Mind Sliver.
Alrighty, wisdom save for him.
Intelligence, but
Thank you very much. Same difference.
kind of. Mind Sliver!
18.
Dang it. I'm very unlucky today.
They just get advantage when you guys are fighting him.
Sure. Yeah, I'll just get out of the way a little.
You got it. Now that brings us to them. This guy walks in and he tries to tell him, no, there's no intruders, and then fireball to the face, and they all kind of like look extremely pissed. And you watch as he turns around and just starts swinging with his mace. So he's gonna get 2 attacks on you, Ellis.
I was really hoping that after that he was still gonna keep apologizing to people for the next 8
Right?
hours.
All right, so both attacks swinging wide, just unable to make good contact with you as he's like wincing in pain as the back of his spine is just taking so much damage and being shoved in. He's just very disoriented. He needs to make a wisdom save at the start of his turn, though. Which he rolls a 14, does not succeed, so he takes 12 points of awesome damage. All right. And he is just unable to hit you, Ellis, and he's just screaming at the top of his lungs like this for bloody murder. It's like, you lied to me! Just wide swings. The other gentlemen, who are now just scrambling to their feet, looking and seeing that they're obviously intruders, and this guy is just an idiot. They each are going to go ahead and shoot at you, Ellis, with a longbow.
Oh, fuck that.
First one misses with a natural 1.
Try and block the door.
Yep. Second one misses with 13. Because they can't roll. Ah, here we go. 18 to hit. 6 points reduced to 3 because you're raging. And the last one rolls a 12 to hit and misses you completely. So you just watch as this barrage of arrows just come streaking past the door.
God damn it. Sorry, continue.
No, you're
Nothing
fine.
changes.
They do hit the sides of the wall next to you, though, and begin like to pierce into the stonework that's next to you, missing you entirely. But you do start to see small fragments of stonework cracking up. Actually, I need Talon to roll me a D100 as well. Okay, noted. They are just going to kind of stand there and look extremely distraught at the circumstance, but there's nothing they can do. You guys got him kind of cornered. Tizio.
There's an old lady in the room, and kind of just confused. And I'm gonna move up. To about here, I guess. And with my arm, my arm stretched, ready to fire. I'm just gonna tell her, put your hands up, drop anything you have.
Okay. You do so, and she complies. She raises her small. You can see her spotted, like sun-spotted skin and freckles as she kind of like slowly raises her hands into the air. She's wearing what appears to be like a very tattered but simple brown cloak of sorts. Not wearing any shoes. But she complies. She raises her hand. She's like, please, I'm just a prisoner here.
And there's no other doors in this room, correct?
You can make a perception check at disadvantage, or take an action to just roll the room at a straight perception check. Your choice. If you want to keep your action.
Yeah, because I was just gonna keep my action.
So
if something seemed
at a quick glance, you don't see.
I was going to, yeah.
At a quick glance, you don't see any other doors.
Okay, no, that's fine. It was just because the way I can't see the walls of the room, so I wasn't sure if there was any other.
I apologize.
Or anything like that.
Is,
but yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action. If something seems threatening or something like that, I'll go ahead and shoot.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
You got it. Holding your action. Okay, but she complies, and she kind of responds back like, please don't hurt me. Eva, you're up. Ellis, you're next.
Well, I'm just gonna walk toward the old lady room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do enough dash to get in the room. Yeah, I'll dash to get in the room.
Okay.
And I'll look at she'll look down at the coffin and look up at the old lady and look down at the coffin, and she'll say, "This isn't a sauna. This is a bloodbath."
Okay.
But I don't need to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on her, so that joke is wasted. And then she'll look up at the old lady again and say, "What are you doing in here?"
Okay. She will. I'll put her in initiative just so she can respond appropriately. Okay. So this would actually put her right at the same time as Ellis. So Ellis, you will go, and then she can respond after.
Now realizing that I can just... Oh! No, I have a better plan of action. Oh. What type of action would it take to throw Perry over this guy's head?
I would say you would have to make an attack to grapple him, and then a strength check to throw him.
But I'd take my whole action. I feel like it'd just be better to get him out of the way, so that way Perry can move through me. So I'm just going to attack him twice.
Okay. Well, I was saying you could use one attack to attempt to grapple him, and then if you succeed on the grapple, you could use your other attack to throw him. If you want to do that.
Yeah, I try to get creative, but sometimes the best course of action is the Hulk smash button. So I'm gonna stab him with my tail.
Go for it. Roll for attack.
You know what? I need to put really quick. I'm just going to... Can I add a longsword? Okay, here we go.
Oh, for your damage? Yeah.
Yeah. Longsword, one-handed. There we go. 19, 22.
22 will definitely hit. Are you doing reckless? Or no, these are both hits. You got it.
Nope, these are normal hits.
Yeah, you got it. 9, so yep, okay.
Is that rolling properly? Yeah, I think so.
10 and 9, yeah, 19.
I know.
Oops. I added the wrong number. So he, as you kind of rush over with your tail and just lash out with these 2 quick successive thrusts, you pierce him into his abdomen and pierce him into his chest, and that final piercing, you kind of like, you know, alien style, lift him up off the ground a little bit before letting him slump to the floor. He's just completely dead.
Knew the attack button would work. All right, Perry, all yours. Protect yourself, okay?
I'll try.
Then I'm gonna step aside and
You got it.
wait for Perry to enter.
Perry, you are up. Tell him you're next.
Did they already do their damage for my Radiant or my Spirit Guardian?
He was the only one in the radius. The other ones are not.
Yeah, I figured.
But once you walk into the space, they will be.
This will be fun. I'm gonna do it. Just gonna go straight up in it, in that biz.
Definitely.
You're not stuck in here. I'm not stuck here with you. You're stuck here with me.
All right. So you move in range. The Spirit Guardians surrounding the space now.
That's another con. Dang it. They're all cons. I hate this. There's so many cons. I'll just attack them. The
Sure.
first one here.
I did tell you before you walked in to protect yourself.
So he'll take a swing at this first one here.
You got it. Go ahead and roll for attack.
Should be up.
Yeah, everything is concentration stuff. Cleric life. Oh,
You see this-
Siegebreaker. I'm so sorry. I was looking at the wording. Siegebreaker definitely hits for 10 points of damage. You got it. As you kind of just rush past the corpses crumpled onto the ground, you come charging in the flurry of anvils and fire that's surrounding the space. It blurs their vision just enough for you to just swing up from the center, hitting him right in the abdomen. There's this loud as he kind of like doubles over for a second in pain. It's a good hit.
Mm-hmm.
Doing anything else?
I'm good for now.
You got it. Tell him you're up.
I guess I'll peek back down and try to chill touch one of them.
Oh, very nice. So that is a Constitution, Intelligence again.
It's an attack roll.
Oh, just attack. Very nice. 25 definitely hits. Who are you trying to target? I would say you can see the one directly in front or behind Perry.
Whoever I can see without cover. So just the first one I see without cover.
Very nice. Yeah, you reach out with that icy necrotic energy and it just slithers its way past and just makes contact onto his chainmail, and it begins to start forming these ice crystals, and before it turns black and there's this burning sensation. He's visibly in pain.
I'll just back out a little and yell out, the door to my right is locked. Or the door behind you, Ellis, is locked. Or something.
Okay.
Information.
So that brings us to them. They each have to make wisdom saves. First one succeeds on a 21. Go ahead and roll your damage again. I think you get to re-roll it each time, right? For each time they start in the
I
turn.
suppose. Would make sense. What is it? Do you want me to just roll?
No,
few times?
I'll just do it once for everybody. So,
Perfect.
so one succeeds, one fails. Third one succeeds. Fourth one succeeds. So one takes full damage, the others take 6. Perfect.
Slowly melting away with radiant damage.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you can see these small anvils and hammers. They're like, as they're buzzing around and flying through them, they're like colliding with them and hitting them in the sides. And where it's passing through you and passing through Ellis, it's not affecting you guys. It is bombarding them with small little pellets of like radiant looking material. It's a very strange sight to see. But angrily, they kind of rush up into your space and begin to start making attacks. This one is going to kind of canter to the side. So the one farthest away from you will attempt to hit you with his longbow. Not with a natural 2. The second one will attempt to swing at you with his mace for 21 to hit, which I think beats you just this time.
Yep.
16 points of bludgeoning damage to you, sir.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the second and third ones will also swing with their mace. Oh, they get 2 attacks each. My apologies. So
Oh, my God.
that second attack from the first guy misses.
This is a terrible idea.
Second one rolls 25 to hit. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. You're good on the first con save.
Damn.
All right, Spirit Guardians drops. So, and then the second guy's second attack is a 10 to hit, so that misses. Only 2 of them hit you once, and then the third guy's going to take 2 swings with his mace as well. For another 25 to hit, so you'll take 12 points of bludgeoning damage on the first strike from the third guy. And they each hit you once. So as you just begin to get bombarded with these maces, and it's not a standard mace. Like these maces, they actually each have what appears to be some kind of like metal plating kind of wrapped around on the top, and what appears to be some kind of like jagged material that's embedded into the metal. So did you deduct the 12 points?
I didn't hear the damage for the last 2.
Okay, for the last 2 you didn't hear it? Okay,
No.
so 11 and 12. So 23 points of damage.
That's just enough to knock out Perry.
Oof.
He's down.
So Ellis, you watch as you rushed in and said, protect yourself, and he just charges in and then goes unconscious. And you can see that these 4 individuals are kind of standing there just like with this loud, like this evil grin on their faces, like, right, we'll just add them to the list then, huh? Tizio. Oh, I forgot to respond to you, Eva. I apologize because I mentally had her in. You asked her what was she doing there, if I remember correctly.
Yep, that's right.
She responds back to you, this frail old woman, and she says, I'm just a florist. I was taken against my will and forced to stay in this horrid space.
Insight.
Yeah, make an insight check. I will send you a message. Tizio, what are you doing?
Real quick, you said the thing here in the center was full of blood or something like that?
It's an open coffin that is full of blood.
Can I shoot the far end of the coffin there to kind of break it open? I didn't know. I know it's like open at the top and whatnot, but just
Yeah, like to
break
crack it? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Go ahead and roll an attack. Okay, yeah, that's enough to hit it. So you send a lightning launcher attack at it, and you watch as the old woman jumps in a bit of a shocked scare as you strike onto the side of it, and it cracks a pretty sizable hole, about a foot or 2 wide, as this thick red blood begins pouring out onto the floor, starts filling the base of the room.
Um. I'll end my turn there. That's fine.
Alrighty. Eva.
Hmm. I'm trying to decide how much I don't believe her. She still has her. She still has like her hands up and right per Tizio's
She
command.
has not moved from her spot. She's trying to stand up a little more straight now. You can see the hunch that's in her back is kind of cantering her shoulders a little bit, but she's doing the best she can to kind of keep her hands up. There's nothing in them. She's just keeping eye contact with you. She was startled for a moment when Tizio, shot the sarcophagus, but she's not moving per what you asked her to do.
Right. I don't believe you. If you were just some florist, but they're torturing everyone else. They're chaining them up. Why would they just leave you in here with this coffin full of blood?
Okay. Taking any actions? Bonus action?
So she reacted all to that?
Make a perception check. She's been keeping eye contact with you the whole time. She doesn't seem to flinch or look away or anything like that to indicate any kind of reaction to the question. Like, you feel confident that you were trying to, out her and be like, well, it doesn't make sense why you're here. She doesn't seem fazed by it.
Alright, Ava's gonna glance at Tizio and say, "What do you think? Like, maybe we should at least tie her up or something? I don't believe her." And then I'll hold. There's not much I can hold that's useful without. So I'll just have a dagger and hold that. Like if she moves up, yeah, if she makes sudden movements, I'm gonna toss it at her.
You got it. Okay. So with that, she kind of immediately responds back to you and she says, I was kidnapped by the Dead Three and brought to this dungeon as a slave. They make me clean up after their vile mess. Well, that's all she says. Ellis.
God damn it, Perry. I will walk in the room and step over his dying body
Okay.
and shove him behind me with my foot and kind of just go, all right. He was stupid. I'm not. And I'm going to... Who's the guy that knocked him out?
That would be the one on top of the sarcophagus. So, directly caddy corner to you.
Cool. I'm going to go for him first.
Okay.
question is, do I make it reckless in a room like this? No, we're gonna keep it normal.
Okay.
I've been doing okay so far.
You have. You've all been rolling really well.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was changing music. Yeah, they both definitely hit. Oh man, that's a hit. 12, 24, 26 points of damage. Whew. He is not looking good. He actually almost stumbles off the sarcophagus and falls back a little bit, but has to like kind of sturdy himself and center himself as best he can. But there's blood now streaked from the side of his face from the lash of your tail.
Yeah, I'm kind of just standing there like in boxer formation, as if I didn't do anything with my fist, as
Yeah.
my tail is just tearing him apart.
Oh, that is awesome. All right. Doing anything else? Staying where you are?
I'm standing there. Yep.
Oh my god. Perry, please make, I believe this is your first death save.
I don't know. Let's see.
Nice.
Easy enough.
One success.
Maraudin smiles upon me.
The fire still kindles within you.
No,
Sorry you lost the turn though. Talum,
I don't care.
you hear the faint ugh from Perry and the clash of metal on the floor.
Ava, your services are required. Come quick. And then I'll look inside so I can find someone to knock down.
You got it.
And yeah, I guess I'll just I'll chill touch the one Ellis was beating on, try to get rid of him.
You weren't in line of sight to see that. Make a...
Okay, fine. I'll just chill touch one of them that I can see. That's fine.
Okay,
I'll walk inside up to Perry and then
you got it. Let's go.
chill touch.
You got it.
Oh, 5 damage. Jesus.
Ooh, good hit though. Definitely hits. Roll me a d4.
I clicked it. I don't know if it rolled.
It did. Lucky you. It hit the same person. All right. So you reach out once more with that icy necrotic energy and strike into the guy on the sarcophagus who's like wobbling from side to side, and he is like down on a knee right now. Like he looks completely dizzy. He's having a hard time standing up. Doing anything else?
I will bonus action pull Perry back 5 feet.
Yeah,
Fine.
I'll allow that. For sure. Very cool.
I'll allow it with opportunity attacks. No.
Then I'll stand on top of him.
Force movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, so that's pretty awesome. Good job. That brings us to the Fists of Bane. Seeing that they feel pretty confident that they took out one of the group of you so easily, you can see that there's a bit of a chuckle amongst the group of them. It's just, it's been some time since we had the chance to play, and they all begin to make attacks. They each get 2 attacks. First one right on your right side for a 16 and a 23.
I'm going to use my tail to deflect the 16.
Perfect. So no damage from the first strike. Second strike hits you, 5 points of bludgeoning damage. That's already reduced.
Great.
All right. Second guy is going to take 2 swings. 14 and natural 1. Both miss. Nice. You see they're trying to coordinate some kind of attack, but they're also being very greedy about which one gets to try to kill you first, and it's kind of conflicting. It's making it real easy to fight, and with the fact that you have a tail on it, they're just it's a strange sight. And then the third one, who's a little dizzy, is going to take 2 swings anyway. She's going to kind of blind rage and hit with a natural 20 and a 27. So the first one will do 3 points of bludgeoning damage. That's the reduced. The second one will do 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, having is so good, especially on that. He didn't roll well. He rolled a 1 on the nat 20 roll, so that sucks for him. But the fourth guy in the back, he's just going to go ahead and take a single longbow strike at you. And he will shoot wide and miss. This one kind of strikes into the ground beneath. But that'll end their turn. Tizio.
Since the blood started to drain from the thing, is there anything I can see inside of it currently or anything?
Hold on 1 second. Taking a quick glance inside as the liquid is begin pouring out. Yes, there are a bunch of baby puppies that were at the bottom. No, there doesn't appear to be anything inside the sarcophagus. It just appears to have been filled with this red viscous liquid.
I'm going to point my arm at her and just tell us what's going on here.
Make a intimidation check.
Oof.
Okay.
Do I get it with advantage because I'm pointing my thing at her?
Sure. Go ahead.
Oh god, please don't let it be another one.
She kind of like she leaves eye contact with Eva and looks over to you, and she goes, "I'm complying. Please don't hurt me. I've told you all I know. I can tell you where there's a secret door. That's where they usually take me through to clean up their more horrid stuff." But that's all she says.
Am I able to reply or no?
Sure. What do you say?
Where's the secret door at?
Okay. Eva, you're up.
Hearing Dalam, he was going to look at Tizio and say, I guess I have to... My services, I have to play a song for someone or something. I don't know, Tizio. She's either an old lady florist who's totally innocent and harmless, or she's a necromancer. So either way, just don't flirt with her.
Okay.
Okay, I can just get there. And seeing Perry on the ground, I assume from there, I will realize what I'm here to do and toss a healing word his way.
You got it. What do you say to Perry to heal him?
Get up, Perry! Wait! Now's not a good time for this!
It's one word.
It was all one word.
Okay.
We had a baby eats a boy.
Get is going to be the word, and then I'll just keep talking after.
You got it. You feel that sense of warmth calling to you, Perry. That feeling of Moradin.
7.
And you hear in the back of your mind the shout of something, and then you kind of vaguely make out like a face inside your mind amongst the black void, and you see like Eva standing there, and you just hear up, and then you rise, or you come back to consciousness with 7 hit points. Woo.
Yep. And so I still got an action, because that's a bonus action. So I will toss a Vicious Mockery. I think I can just see the one on top. I'll toss a Vicious Mockery his way and say, pick on someone your own size.
You got it. Wisdom, yes?
Yes.
22. Natural 20 for him.
He doesn't like to play fair, so that's it.
I'm rolling good today. All right.
There you are.
I'm super happy. So, sorry about that, Eva. Ellis, what are you doing?
You guys still haven't surrendered? All right. I'll take it easy on you. No torturing. And I'll keep stabbing him.
Nice. Go for it. Who are you attacking first?
The one who downed Perry.
Yep.
Guy in the middle here.
All right.
Ooh, first miss.
It does miss, unfortunately.
Inspiration.
You do have inspiration.
Oh shit. Yeah, I can still add that.
Mm-hmm.
The D8.
Pray for high. 17?
Just misses.
Oh, yeah, I knew it. Damn it.
Inspiration sticks around.
Yeah, it does. So,
fuck.
it's so good. But
That is so good.
you see as he took his two big swings at you, and they were kind of a blind swing, and one caught you off guard and hit you pretty good at the side of the shoulder, and you take that moment to kind of lash back with your tail, and he kind of stumbles a bit on his own, and the tail goes wide, but then it comes and slams down on the top of right between his neck and his aorta, and just hits him and carves a large gash along the side, ripping out that bit of tendon there, and you watch as he slips and falls just completely face first, bleeding out from the neck, and he's gone.
Who's next? Raise your hand. No volunteers? All right, I'm playing Uno. Dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, and until my next turn, I'm playing that game.
You got it. Perry, you gasp for breath as you come back to consciousness, prone on the ground. You can see that Talum is trying to protect you as best he can. What are you doing?
I will throw out a spiked growth.
Oh, not even a heal. Nice. 20-foot radius. Where is your center?
That didn't work as well. So it'll be kind of like this, essentially.
So everyone but Ellis, essentially, right?
What?
Are you trying to also hit your allies with this?
It only hurts you if you move.
That's fair. Okay.
But I guess I can do it like that.
Yeah.
So like right there.
Let's see here. Okay. So, Ellis, as you finish retracting your tail from the corpse of the guy on the sarcophagus, you pull back and you now see these like thick green and brown thorns that start to intertwine on the ground and pull up from underneath, and it starts to wrap and tangle around your guys' legs a bit. Or that, or nothing. It looks like nothing. I don't know how would you describe that then, Perry?
I think. Well, I mean, I think they have to make a perception check to see if they can see it even.
Let's see.
I think that's if you cast it when no one's there.
Yeah, if they don't see it happening, let's see. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast.
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right.
So you see these thorns pulling up and start to slowly wrap around. You know that there is a bed of thorns beneath your feet, quite sharp.
And then Perry's gonna kind of like walk back a step.
Mm-hmm.
Couple steps, try and get out of that whole area.
Yeah, definitely. I need you to. No, I'm kidding. Every time. Talum.
So, am I in the radius where I am right now? Do I? It doesn't matter. I'm casting a spell. Okay.
Sure.
I was just curious. I'll just go for a chill touch on one of them that's up against Ellis.
Go for it.
I guess the top one, if I can see that.
Yeah, no problem. 14 misses, unfortunately.
Cool. Yeah.
Bonus
That's fine.
action, movement.
Nah.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Brilliant plan.
I'm waiting.
I'll try to shove one of them that's engaged with Ellis.
Strength save. You got it. $16.
That's a save. Dang it. I don't get my 2d4. Plus another 2d4 for walking back to Ellis. That would have been
That would've been
great.
great. All right. Smart move, though. Staying where you are?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll back up Ellis.
Okay. That brings us back to them. Seeing these thorns kind of wrapping around them, they get that sense that, well, moving is going to be hard right now, but that's okay. They have their prey in front of them. They are the two right next to you are going to each take 2 swings. First hit is a 27. Second hit is a 16.
Ooh, block the 16.
All right. So you will take 8 reduced to 4. Second guy will swing for a 17 to hit and an 18 to hit.
Right on.
And you will take a combined of 10 total. That's the reduced on both.
Cool.
And then the third guy will take another longbow shot at you. That's a 20 to hit for 7 points. That's the reduced. They were rolling good. They are not rolling good now. I have rolled 1s and 2s on their damage dice. But that's okay. So that will be their turn. Tizio, you will see that you asked the lady where the secret door was, right?
Correct.
She would respond in the moment that she had to say, it's not too far from here. I can show you. Please just don't hurt me. But it's your turn. What are you doing?
Would it be? I'm assuming it's an action to just kind of tie her hands behind her back, correct?
Yes, it would be an action to do so.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna tell her, turn around, put your hands behind your back. No harm will come to you. I'm just gonna tie him up.
Make another persuasion or intimidation, your choice. She's not going to willingly allow herself to be tied up. Yeah, she kind of looks over to you and starts to like slowly back up away from you. She's like, "No, they've done that to me before. You won't do it to me again. I bet you're working with them, aren't you?" Oof. So what are you doing, Tizzy?
Oh, yeah, I was kind of thinking here.
Eva, you're great. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to point and my arm at her and be like, fine, show me where it's at, but don't do anything fishy.
Right this way. Okay. Are you holding any actions or anything?
Yeah, like my attack action, I guess. If anything, she tries to do anything, suspicious or tries to harm us, type of thing.
You got it, Eva.
Right, so I'm gonna step forward 1. Can I see I guess I can only see one of them still.
I would say you can just make out the guy shooting arrows at Ellis, so you can see two.
Okay. How does the guy right in front of Ellis look? Is he been beat up or?
They all look hurt. There is blood coming out of different places of them. There's smatters of it. You're not sure if it's Ellis's or theirs. They seem to be holding their ground.
All right. So I'm gonna do unsettling words. I'm gonna call out, "You're trapped. This isn't going well for you." To get the unsettling words up, and then I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the one next to Ellis.
Wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah, penalty's 5.
All right, let's see what they roll. 20 minus 5, 15.
They rolled a 20?
Rolled a 20 minus the 5.
He just saves.
15.
He just saves.
Oh, 15's the DC? Lucky.
Yeah. So he takes half damage.
All right.
So he takes 7, but he doesn't have to run through the thorns.
Unfortunate. But he stands his ground and he looks at you, and you can see, Ellis, that he begins to start like shaking his head violently and like losing focus for a minute, but then just kind of sturdies himself and just laughs with a chuckle. It won't work on me. Do anything else, Eva?
I don't think so. I'll step back just so I'm not in line of sight of that bow.
Okay. You got it.
Okay.
Ellis, what are you doing, my man?
I spit some blood in one of their faces, and I
Nice.
go, "Hatch a tiger by its toe, bitch!" Stab him with my tail.
Go for it.
You're it. Inspiration.
Inspiration. That
Turns
hits.
into a 19.
19 hits. Very
Right on.
nice.
Well, that's a miss.
14 points of damage is huge, though. Man. You you thrust forward with your tail as you say it, and it stabs him in the abdomen. He lets out a loud like grunt of pain, and as you pull back, there's a huge like gaping hole in his side, and it hurts a lot, and he's like trying to hold it with the one hand that's holding his shield, and he's looking really rough.
Oh shit. Do one of the dead guys dropped a shield?
Yeah.
Can I free object interaction pick up one of the shields?
You proficient with shields?
Yeah.
Sure.
Great. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Add 2 to your AC.
Fabulous. That's the end of my turn.
All right. So what does that put you at 18 now?
Sure does.
Nice. Yeah, I'll allow it. That's clever. So, Tizio, the old woman, she looks at you as you kind of give up on the trying to tie her up thing, and you tell her to show where the secret door is. She says, "It's this way, but please be careful." And she begins to start walking. Do you let her pass you?
Yeah, the whole time just kind of keeping an eye on her.
Okay. She walks up to here, and then Perry and Eva, you kind of hear out of the side of you the light crunching of like stone as this old woman that you haven't seen before, Perry. You've seen her, Eva. She starts like slowly like walking her way out of the chamber, barefoot, and she just kind of looks over the group and goes, "Oh my, please don't hurt me." But she stops there because she doesn't know if your guys are gonna let her pass. Perry.
Well, Perry, can Perry see them still from here?
Uh,
do you think?
I'd say you could see. You could just make out one, but they have partial cover because you're like around the corner a bit.
That's fine. I think it was just, I guess, walking. No, they're still covering the entrance. Pretty good. I'll just hit the one I can't, or I can barely see with Sacred Flame.
Okay. Oh yeah, that works. Dex save from him. He rolls a 16.
Damn it. And that's it.
Alrighty. Staying where you are, moving. You see this old lady right next to you now. Like, she looks scared. She's trying to back up against the wall a little bit. She just watched you cast a sacred flame at somebody.
Is this what you've been doing this whole time? As I'm assuming that's Tizio next to her, or
Yeah, Tizio's like trying to follow her out.
like his token doesn't actually
He-
say where he's at.
No, it's not his turn yet, so he hasn't moved to follow.
Gotcha. Tizio, is this what you've been doing the whole time?
I mean, what have you guys been doing?
Getting my ass handed to me.
Talon, you're up.
You know, it's too late to do the thing I should have done a long time ago, so we'll just chill touch again.
Okay.
The guy on,
What were you
guy
gonna
on the
do?
top. Oh, that's classified because that'll just make me sound really stupid.
Fireball.
No, no.
Yeah, right? We were all thinking it. All right. 25 hits.
Oh my god. It's the one I hit the one up on the top.
Yeah, you
so
did.
Maybe.
Well, that is just enough to take care of him.
Oh, thank God.
As Ellis, you reach down with your tail and scoop up one of the shields and kind of throw it onto your arm to kind of hold it up to brace yourself. And as you do, that guy was about to swing back down with a mace once more, and then he stops, and the large gaping wound that's in his chest when you pierced him, it begins to slowly blacken, and the metal around it begins to like bend inward before his body starts to become freezing cold, and his breath starts to chill and emanate like smoke or steam coming from his mouth before he just falls forward into the bed of thorns.
And I would like to try to push the one below Ellis down.
Okay, doke. Let's do that.
I'm sure it won't work, but
Strength
you
save
know.
from him, 21.
Yeah. All good.
All right. Well, seeing their comrades taking a lot of damage, and this guy in the back seeing that his arrows are not having any effect, he will try to jump on top of the body. He takes 2d4 damage for the movement, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So, Perry, go ahead and roll me some thorn damage. Nice. 5 points of
Yep.
5 points of ouchie.
Mm-hmm.
As he tries to, break himself free from the thorns and then jump across the sarcophagus to get on top of the body. The two of them are going to swing as best they can at you, Ellis. First one will take 2 hits. First one's a natural 20.
Can't block that.
Second one is a 22.
Won't try and block that.
He rolled really good. So 19 halved is 8 points of damage. 11 halved, 5 points of damage. How you looking?
I'm up.
All right. The other one laughs and says, let's see if we can change that. And he will swing for a 10 and miss. Look at that. And then a 27 should hit you for another 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can't block that either.
But that will be their turn, as they're just laughing and they are excited. Still beat up, but looking at the state of things, looking at the state of you, they feel comfortable that they have this. And you see one of them kind of points over to you, Talon. He says, "Don't you worry, little one. We'll come after you next."
You wish.
Tizio.
Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of slowly follow behind the old lady here.
Okay.
So, it's kind of round the corner, and you're like, "Oh God, Perry, what the hell's wrong with you?"
He-
And
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and where am I at? Sorry. Is no, yeah, I'll just end it at that.
Okay. Still holding action, same thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
making sure she's doing anything fishy.
you
Making
got
sure
it.
she's her hands up.
No problem. Eva, you're up. Ellis, you're next.
I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna hit the one I can see with Dissonant Whispers again.
You got it.
And I'm actually gonna upcast it because my spell slots are
Ooh.
all fudgy. So we're gonna go with level 3 cast.
Wow. Okay. Are you also hitting it with your reduction?
Yeah, why not? We'll use the last one of this.
Okay. So how much am I reducing? Oh.
Oof, 3.
Oh, well, great, because they rolled 2 natural ones for a total of 3, minus 3. Almost made the same. Yeah, absolutely.
Almost. He'll take 14.
And he has to immediately use his reaction, right?
To run as far as he can, so he has to run in the far corner,
Yeah,
meaning
yeah.
in 64 of Thorn's damage.
So, I mean, he can caddy corner like this. He can hop back over the sarcophagus the way he did.
That's fair. It's
So
still 44.
He rolled me 44 of damage, Perry.
And I think Ellis gets an opportunity attack.
Ellis probably does, but he probably won't
Yeah,
need
he
it.
does.
He won't need it
Oh,
because
sure.
as he is running through the thorns screaming from some unseen fear, you watch as the bits of tiny cuts that are emanating from the thorns on the ground. Yeah, I know, right? They're tough. He just completely stumbles, goes face first into the pile of thorns, and then after a moment of flailing, just stops.
That's right, you asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very happy with that. That's my turn.
Ellis.
Well, you're the last one, aren't you? I would like to turn around and look at Perry and say, you know, this would have been a lot easier if you had just listened to me. And as I'm turned around, I would like to stab this guy with my tail.
You got it. Go ahead.
Reckless.
Oh. 25 hits. 24 hits. 17 points of damage. Nice. He's hurt pretty bad, but he's gritting his teeth and he's watching his friends fall. But he still manages to stand. Staying where you are?
Yep. Yeah, I'm done.
Wow,
Now my turn.
Okay. Perry.
Perry will. I have to move closer, I think.
Yeah, you can't see him from this distance.
Yeah, I can do that. Alright, I will come in. Drop another Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Oh, please hit.
16.
It's a good damage roll. Oh,
Come on. Darn
Sorry,
it.
guys.
Alright. That's it then.
Pretty dexterous. Tell him.
We'll go with old reliable and just chill touch.
Not a fireball? Come on. No. All right. Let's see. Yes.
Oh, and a decent damage roll.
That is a great damage roll. He is looking extremely hurt.
Cool.
But speaking of which,
Oh, and I'm gonna push him.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Push him.
Don't forget free abilities. Let's see what he gets on this. 22
Yeah, one day it'll work.
beefcakes. The old lady will continue to seeing you guys rush in. We'll see that hallway now open up, and she kind of looks back over the shoulder. Seeing you watch her, she just kind of nods and goes, right, it's just this way. Where are they going? And she just keeps walking. He has no other option, especially now that he sees himself surrounded by you guys. He's just going to take some swings. For a 25 to hit and a natural 1.
Yes, advantage.
He does. So I roll 2 more times. So 25 to hit and a natural 20. So the first one will do 5 points bludgeoning damage. The second one, what's the D4 for? Let's see.
Be trying to block it.
Gotcha. Oh, to reduce?
Yep.
Nice.
I don't.
I understand. So the first one is 5 points of damage, and then the second one is 18 reduced to 9.
Great. I'm unconscious.
Oh no. You see him standing there. As you all rushed into the room, you watch the final strike from this guy's like metalled mace just club. Like he parries out Ellis's tail and then just backhands him on the side of his ear, just causing Ellis to like keel over onto the bed of thorns. And he stands there feeling like he's champion of the world, just laughing out loud. But that ends his turn. Tizio.
The tiefling lady, like, did she follow us over here or anything like that? Or she stayed?
The tiefling lady
Back.
is. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a token for her, but yeah, she's there. She is staying like she's like right here, like near as close to the group of you as she can, and she's trying to keep herself like with her back to a wall so that no one can like come up around her. And when Talum said the door is locked, she took that as an opportunity to kind of tuck back there.
When I'm passing by, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, do you know that lady?"
I'll just put this as the token for her. She just looks at you and shakes her head like as if to say no. Like I've only been in that one room. I've never seen anywhere else before.
And I'll continue on.
Okay. The old lady kind of like points up to the wall right in front of you and she says, "It's right there. It's that wall." Eva.
Well, go ahead and open it.
Eva, you watch as Ellis falls. For the first time in a long time.
See? My healing word is going to be see, said super patronizingly. See, this is why I told him to say that he made a mistake. Heal for 8.
Nice roll. Okay. Ellis.
And then
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yes.
I can't really get in there to do anything though.
Yeah, a
And I don't really want to run into the thorns.
little cramped.
So I'm going to use my movement to peek around the corner and see what Tizio and this old lady are doing.
Okay.
And
Let's
that's
see
it.
here. Okay. You can just make out as they round the corner that they are in the process of like, they had already gone down the steps and they're about to round the corner once more out of your guys' vision. Ellis, you come to consciousness, prone on the ground. You see this guy cackling before you, just feet away.
I'm gonna slightly open my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, well, ain't this rich?
What?
And you know what we do to the rich.
What?
And I'm going to, on the ground, I'm gonna like goat kick him, shove into the thorns behind him.
Okay, so you're trying to shove him on the ground. Let's see. I believe that attack is made at disadvantage because you're prone.
It's not an attack. It's a shove attempt. Right? I don't know how
wanna
this
say that-
technically works.
So the shove aside or the shove action is a special attack from the player's handbook to force a target to the side rather than away. Okay, well that's shoving aside.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll take it at disadvantage. I want to be on the floor when I do this.
Yeah, go for it. I'll double check. Yeah, 18 is just what you needed. That is
Right.
his AC. So you shove him back. Roll me 2d4 damage, Perry. No. Oh, if you could see this. He has 6 points of health.
Man, Thorns did well today.
That's great. Ellis, how do you want to do this?
Exactly how I described. I just goat kick him back into the thorns, probably impaling him.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, you kind of like spin around so that you have that angle on him, and you kind of like thrust with both of your feet just right into the upper chest area. And as you do, it catches him completely off balance, and he falls back in this kind of like skidding motion. And as he grinds against the bed of thorns, it is completely like stabbing and sticking into the back of his skull and the base of his neck. And as you kind of stand up and look over, you can see that it appears like the thorns have actually ripped open the back of his neck to the point where you can see his spine and a bit of his skull exposed.
I get up, wipe some of the blood off my arms. Well, that was easy. Next room.
Well, with that, guys, what I will say is as the room kind of comes to a standstill and you guys are now no longer an immediate threat, you can kind of gather your thoughts for a moment and kind of look around, and you guys look fucked up, to be honest with you. We will...
Hey, did you
Go
guys
ahead.
check that blood coffin?
It was empty now, but so far there was nothing visible inside of it from when I left.
Yeah, but what we'll do here is we will pause, and then we can pick up on the next session as it's running into it a bit. So as you guys kind of adjust yourselves and try to gain sense once more of your surroundings, we will pick back up with this mysterious woman who is now 2 passengers in your troop that you are now escorting through this strange catacomb.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
It was the Jawhost family, right?
It was.
I feel like the last thing Ellis would say is he'd lean back to Talon and say, "Yo, that shit ever happens again, you light my ass on fire, okay? I can take it."
Yeah. Noted.
It was the Hasso family.
Hustle. Okay.
And that information came from the young tiefling.
Thank you.
Awesome
Sorry,
stuff.
I just
No,
lost that name.
You're very welcome. So, great session, guys. Sorry we didn't take a break. And combat kind of stole that away from us.
No worries, I liked it.
Always got to mix some good combat in with our
You guys
less
have-
combat-y sessions.
Yeah,
so,
you
you know.
guys haven't had combat in a while, and this is a
Be
bit of a
unconscious
trudge.
again. How dare you, DM?
Hey, man, this is the first combat in a long time that I've rolled well. No joke.
Getting
That
messed
choke
up.
point was brutal for limiting our team's DPS.
Yeah.
Tizio couldn't get in there. Not that he wanted to, but you know.
Well, he's hitting on old ladies.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that was Ellis's point in the first place, with being the choker. He was waiting for some AoE, and
Yeah.
the AoE came in and died.
Yeah, it's fine. It worked out. We're okay.
Yeah, we're good.
That was a very interesting combat, and I have to make note of that for future sessions.
Add some red herrings to the combat sessions.
Yeah.
Distract the players.
These guys are beefy, man. It's gonna start getting a little tougher for you guys. So, you know.
Sure.
we
Tough is
will-
fun.
We will see what happens. But you guys did well. Man, they could not get out of the room and target anybody else. You were just holding up that hallway.
Although, it's not like the other combats haven't been challenging. We just got lucky. So,
Yeah. It's
I mean, we had a purple worm. and-
Don't look at the purple worm as anything but an anomaly.
Exactly. Like, we
Well,
got so
it's-
lucky in that combat.
So I don't know if I mentioned this, but funny note on that. I forgot that he was proficient in wisdom saves for the slow, and I was just rolling straight wisdoms without the saving throw ability.
Yeah, but we did the math at it. You've
No,
told
I-
me this before. We went back and added it, and he still didn't save until like the end of the fight when he died.
Yeah, that's true.
So
But
he was
still,
rolling horrible.
He could have. Is what's the point is.
Well,
my
sure.
my poor Jeffrey.
It was rolling so bad.
Poor Jeffrey the worm.
Praise the spice.
No, you guys did great. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, it was fun as always.
Good old time.
So hopefully
Right.
we can find
Um,
this secret door and see where this leads.
Yeah, there better be loot behind this secret door. Loot. I'm talking stacks of magical instruments.
Oh yeah.
Is it to be determined if we're on next week, or are we off?
Let me check the schedule real quick. That's Christmas week. We will be off because I will be spending some much deserved time with the family, as I have a bunch of gifts to open, and so do my kids.
Right
Merry
on.
Christmas, nerds.
Merry Christmas, peeps.
Yeah.
See you in January.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, see you in January.
Hope you all had a great
Yeah.
session.
Have a
That's
good one.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Have a good night, guys.
Have you read the Witcher books?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
Are they
Anyway, I haven't read them, but people on Reddit were complaining that the show didn't necessarily follow the books. But since you haven't read the books, that doesn't mean anything to you. So
Well, you know, I'm a big proponent of as close to the books as possible is always the best in my opinion. But from what I've seen from the show, other than my one criticism when we first started today, I think it's a great show.
yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. I asked that question before I mentioned anything, so
Mhm.
as to not spoil it. But since you haven't read the books, it
Yeah.
wasn't a spoiler.
Nope.
but-
Not at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was decent. I mean, it's not like the greatest, like most fancy storytelling cinematography of all time, but it's a fun
Right.
show.
Yeah, I think it's
Run
a good
around,
show.
kill monsters, and
Exactly. It's
Henry
definitely
Cavill is a badass. So.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Reason he's Superman and Geralt.
It's good-
Anyway,
good casting.
I'll let you go.
Yeah. Have a great night.
You too.
And to all those of you who came and watched us tonight, thank you so much for stopping by. We greatly appreciate it. We hope you had some fun watching them run through this bit of a dungeon crawl. They have been lacking a bit of competitive fights for a while, so it's nice to give them something challenging to dig through. We try to stream every Sunday from 7 to 10 p.m. Central, So please come back to check us out. We are going to take a 1 week sabbatical for the Christmas holiday as we are here in the US and we all want to spend some time with our families. We will be back in January though, so stay tuned. Thank you.